Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Ohio Guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo, and today I'm being joined by Mateo Mpinduzi-Mott.
Oh yeah, you got it. Hi
Good.
guys.
So it's good to have you for your very first interview. We got
Absolutely.
some
Thanks for
questions we'd like
inviting
to
me.
ask you. First of all, what's it like working in the industry today?
Working in the industry today, I don't know. I always find that a weird question. I feel like an outsider in the industry, or not really like an outsider, but just like a newbie. Um, it's fun. It's fun. It's a thing I always wanted to do. I grew up on anime and TV, and so working in this industry is just a blast. Is what it's like. Um, Always challenging, always new whenever I get chances to do it and to work on it more. Because I do a lot of stage and so the voiceover is really tends to be a treat for me, just because it's like going there and being a part of the TV shows I watched when I was like 12 and long after when I was 12.
So we've noticed, since you're new, well, we've got some questions about that. The first one, what was it like working in when supernatural battles became a commonplace?
That was was a dreamlike scenario. So because I'm telling you, like I grew up on anime. I've always been an actor, but like voiceover has always been like that would be cool. Wouldn't it be cool if I got to be in those cartoons like I always watch? And so when Supernatural Battles became commonplace, was like my second gig with Sentai, and it's because the structure I'm in every scene, and I'm very verbose, and the character there, Ando Jirai, he's just so excited about it. He's literally an excited high school kid who's a nerd, which is what I was, like, when I was in high school. And so I just got to be myself and just be really excited about the fact that I was in a booth, like, saying these words and working with these people. It was really interesting in that I wound up working a lot with the Japanese voices. I wound up being one of the first people recording a lot of the time because I had so much that they just shoved me in everywhere. So that was an interesting thing that I've since played on both sides of. Um, but it was a blast, and also just he's a super dramatic kid, and I love doing that. I love how excited he is about everything, and how into every different way he'll go. If he's doing teacher today, he's doing teacher, and if he's going dark and dark, it's just like he's a blast, basically.
That was such a fun show watching. And it was one of those crazy announcements where Sentai was throwing curveballs at people on the cast announcement, and
Yeah,
thus bringing this interview as it happens to be recorded now, thanks to that show.
yeah. No, it was a curveball for me, and I was so pleased. And actually, another cool thing about working that hello puppy is that I was this is Clyde. He's my
Nice.
roommate. Um, but is that I wound up the girl who played Hatoko,
Hmm.
Melissa Milano. I was actually in a play with her at the time. We were in a two-person play, and like we didn't realize that we both got casted in this thing until. Well, I realized it when I saw the cast list, but she didn't realize it until she like heard my voice in the booth and was like, "Hey, that person sounds like a person who I'm in a play with." And they were like, "Yeah, because you're in a play with that person." It was fun.
That's awesome. Second question, what was it like
Mm-hmm.
working on Log Horizon Season 2?
Log Horizon season two. That little. So Cameron was just like a little bit, but that was my first time officially getting paid to be in the booth. So again, super blast. I was just like, what fun can I have? Can I have fun with voices? And they did let me have fun with voices, and they let me do like the little lizard man person thing that he becomes. So that was a lot of fun for me. Also because I'm told often and repeatedly, and have learned watching people and listening to people, that you don't really get a lot of chances. Like, you always watch TV and you're like, oh man, I want to be that weird monster thing, and like do like with your voice, but that's not actually a thing. Like, I mean, it is a thing that happens, but most of the time, as a voice actor, you're doing your own voice. You're doing things that are very similar to what you do. And so it was nice that my first little foray, they actually were like, and just do some weird monster voicey thing. Even though I don't even know how much of that actually made it into, like, the thing, because that character just shows up and dies. It was fun. And it was high fantasy stuff, which is my jam.
Another show you worked on that just came out this past year. What was like working on Haikyuu?
Haikyuu was great. It was fun. I had already moved to LA and was like, hey, Sentai, I might be back in town for a little bit. And they were like, okay, we'll keep you in mind. And then they did. And then they called me and they were like, hey, we have this thing for like the day after you were supposed to be there. And my schedule changed. It had already changed. So I was able to be there and I was so pleased.
Nice.
And I got to do it. And it turns out that like a couple of my friends who are still my like most devoted anime friends, apparently Haikyuu is one of their favorite television shows. Literally her favorite television show. And so they were like, you're in what? And she actually is the one who when I went to watch the episodes to see if how I was, she's the one. She was like, hey, I already bought the Blu-ray and I've watched it like 14 times. And so it's been really fun getting to like be a part of that kind of a joy for my friends. Because the other ones are all like, they're cool and they're interesting, but like this one, I know people who are like very specifically engaged into it, who are in my life, which is nice.
Yeah. No, that show is well received by many fans, so
yeah,
happy you're a part of it.
You know, it's actually pretty funny. When I saw it, I dig it. I might go back and actually watch it all.
Alright, now it's time for the old funny question that we always like to ask the voice actors. If you could be any character you have played in real life, who will you be, and you can mix and match?
If I could be any character, let's see. I mean, as far as the characters I've gotta be Ando, because he's just so excited about everything. Like, his real superpower is that even when he's down, he doesn't get down. Like, he can find the joy in everything. He's got that archetypical leading man, like, hope that that's wonderful. That's wonderful, and being able to squeeze that joy out of everything and look in the face of people who are not about it, who think you're weird or you're off kilter, and being able to just be like, yeah, and that's why I'm awesome. That's what it's all about. I think that's what to strive for in life.
I like the answer. So, is there anything else coming out that you can talk about, or anything you want to plug in at this time?
I don't think so. I don't think I can talk about anything.
Yeah, nothing that I've seen that's come out. So we just keep that as a NDA thing.
Yeah, just keep posted. You know, look for my name. It might show up somewhere.
All right, that's the question, and we always ask this to everyone. Any Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any other social media for the fans to contact you?
Sure. My Twitter is @Mpinduzi, Mpinduzi, and then yeah, that's the one. I don't have like a fan pagey thing on Facebook just yet. I'm in the process of expanding, but I haven't yet. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you again for spending your time with us for this interview. Me and the Ohio guys deeply appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate it too. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah. And I want to thank our fans for tuning in for this episode of the Ohio guys. Thank you all. My name is Christian. And
My name is Mateo.
and we all see you next time. Bye bye.
Have a good one.